Get everyone not too far away from the start here of the main final, 2024 FEMCA and RCRA National Championships. As you can see, we've got to check out the procedure these cars have got. They've got a limited amount of fuel. Let's just jump in here with Matt Hoggard. Matt, we touched on a little bit, but just talk us through the procedure you've got here. You had to run the car completely out?
Correct, yes. You've got to obviously drain your fuel prior and then prove that there is no fuel in the motor and lines by trying to start the motor. And then once they're satisfied there's no fuel, they'll give you your allocation of 700 mil, and there we fill it up and we're ready to go.
How tight are you going to be on run time for the 30-minute final?
That's a really good question. I haven't had a real good lead up to this, so I don't really know my consumption rate, but I think it'll be fine. The semi, I only use sort of probably not even half a tank, or just over half a tank, so it should be good for another 10 minutes, and yeah, I think I'll be all right.
I'll let you get in it. Best of luck.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, so you can see here the procedure. Who's this down here? We've got Phil. So the tank's completely empty. He's going to start it up and run it completely dry to get rid of any fuel that might be in the lines or anything in the case. And then once the scrutineers are satisfied with that, they will allocate, I think it's 750 mils of fuel to each competitor. And that's why you don't want to spill any of it. You can see they've got the funnels. And they're going to be very careful getting the fuel in, because anything you spill on the ground you don't get to race with. Let's just see down the end there. We'll just jump over the other side so we don't cop an arm in the shoulder. So Matt will let me know if we have a problem. So you can see this car's still got its tyre warmers on, so even though it's quite hot here in Sydney, probably pushing, a bit over 30 degrees here in Sydney today. Beautiful afternoon. I still want to get the temperatures in the tyres up to around the 60 to 70 degrees Celsius. Here's one of the procedures. They're going to start the car, and it didn't start, so they're satisfied that it's completely dry. So you can see one of the officials here, Michael Stone, checking the car, checking the tanks, completely dry, priming the engine. And then I'll be asked to demonstrate that it does not start. Still got a bit of fuel in that one. How you feeling ahead of the final, mate?
Ready and excited, mate. It should be a great final. Looking forward to it.
Good luck.
Eighth place, so we'll see how we go from there.
You can see another car here. Christian Lambert just running his car out of fuel. There's John Hammond, one of the scrutineers, one of the famous faces in RC around Australia. John's won his fair share, or his son Jeff at least has won his fair share of national titles here in this class. Gavin's going to demonstrate that his car will not start. Gets a thumbs up. So Craig Hawkins there ready. He'll be open for a bit of good luck. He's had a weekend he'll be keen to forget. Interesting choice of tyres here, the different spreads, different tread patterns. So you can see Craig running some grooves in the rear, slick tyres on the front compared to this car here, which has got grooves all around. So yeah, different brands, different compounds. Keeps it interesting. Oh, so that one's gone back for something. So it takes a bit of time to work through this procedure, but yeah, so far so good, John. Everyone behaving themselves?
Everything's behaving themselves, including the cars.
All right, so Chara's out. Not sure how we're going to go. The driver's just trying to keep out of the sun. Steve Burgess. Interesting here, he's got a scrub tyre on the front left and brand new everywhere else. The tyre warmers on, no tyre warmers for Shaps. So yeah, variety of ideas on what's going to be quickest. So here's the fuel getting given out. So they came out earlier in the day, they got a measured out amount, 750 mils.
7, 10.
So the drivers run their own choice of oil. It's obviously two-stroke. So run their own choice of oil. and fuel, and so they came up and got it pre-measured and allocated. So you don't want to spill a drop because you get 750 mils, and that's all you got. You got to do the warm-up and the race. Don't spill any, Chara. Huh? So the fuel going in. You know, it could be fun, Gav. We could have a race on putting the fuel in. That could make it interesting.
I know, I'm too shaky. It's all bad. I'm looking at the expert and I'm just thinking, Craig, how do we do this? He's done this so many times. He's been international. He knows what he's doing.
Do it very carefully, Gav.
Yep.
Because I'm not going to give you any more.
Every drop counts. Every. Yeah, that's good.
All right, so yeah, make sure they get every last drop into the tank. So some drivers may not even, or may elect to not do all of the warm-up. So I think they get 4-minute warm-up. Some drivers may just do a couple of laps and or sit out. So you've got the team effort here. Don't spill any. So it's well within the tank capacity. Getting every last little drop. Best of luck. All good, Michael? All right, so as if our race start, we'll warm up at start at least. So we'll throw it over to Mitch on the mic. We'll take you through some driver introductions very shortly.
So a great track walk there from Tony Firth from RC Race Media. Gives a shake of the hand as he walks up. So we will be having our driver introduction. So if we get all our drivers standing a couple of steps back as you come up onto the stand, take a couple of steps back. We'll be calling them up in order from first all the way down to 12th. So we need our marshals out there as well. So our semi-odd and semi-even non-bump-up drivers will be out to marshal. And 5-10. So 5-10 drivers out to marshal as well. So semi-bump-up and 5-10 drivers out to marshal. Pretty much the best of the combination, please, guys. If you have good legs on you, you'll be out to marshal. So semi non-bump up drivers and 5-10s out to marshal, please, guys. As quick as possible. A quick shout out to everyone watching on the stream. We are about to get underway for our Sedan final. Last race of the day. So we get all drivers up onto the stand, please. All drivers up onto the stand. So all drivers up onto the stand. All drivers up onto the stand. So our Sedan main final race of the day for the FEMCA Championships and RCRA national titles here at Sydney for John Grant International Raceway, NSW RC RCC. In the 12th spot, we'll have Jason Clark racing out of QR CCRA. In position 11, we'll have Matt Hoggard, also racing out of QR CCRA. Your top 10, in position 10, we'll have Tom Siklis, racing from NSWRC RCC Home Club. In position 9, we'll have Bill Vartanian, racing out of NSWRC RCC Home Club as well. In position number 8, we'll have the real Mike Davis, racing out of Queensland QRCCRA. Position number 7, we will have Chris Charalambus, racing from a home club NSWRC RCC. In position number 6, we'll have Gavin Drew, also racing for his home club here at NSWRC RCC. Your top 5, in position number 5, Craig Hawkins, racing from Newcastle RC Raceway, home state of New South Wales, racing the Mechatech. In position number 4, Andy Bishop, home club of MRCCR from Victoria, car brand of MCD Duo. Sponsors of MCD Racing Australia and the Race Factory. Your top 3, in position 3, Stephen Burgess, home club in Queensland QRCCRA, running the Megatech and sponsor of SSR. In position 2, making it through on the Super Pole, Paul Rooks, home club in Queensland QRCCRA, running the Megatech, Fiscal Racing and MDR for sponsors. And your TQ for Sedan for the FEMCA Championships and RCRA national titles, Andrew Shapland, home club of QRCCRA, hailing from Queensland, Australia, running the Megatech, sponsored by Fiscal Racing. Alrighty, drivers, get them fired on up, fire them up, fire them up. Half an hour main here for the main in Sedan. Cars all getting fired, all fire them up, fire them up, fire them up. Cars on track in 30 seconds, drivers. Cars on track in 30 seconds. Cars on track in 15 seconds, drivers. 15 seconds. Drivers, track is open. Track is open.
4 minutes to
4
the start
minutes
of the
of
race.
warm-up.
Chris Carolandis, Tom Siklis, Bill Bartanian, Andrew Shapland, Mike Davis. 3 minutes to the start of the race. Paul Brooks, Andy Bishop, Gavin Drew, Stephen Burgess, Craig.
One minute 20 till start, drivers. 1:20 till start. One minute till start, drivers. 1 minute till start. Can we get a marshal in a short shoot to grab that foam? All right, drivers, front straight is closed. Front straight is closed. Onto the grids, please, drivers. Onto the grids.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
$20 seconds till start, drivers. 20 seconds. Ten seconds, drivers. 10 seconds.
9, 8, 7, 6, less than 5.
And we are off and running. Sedan main final here for the FEMCA Championships and RCRA National Titles. Chaos around turn 2. Big pile up around turn 2. Clean start for the top 5 drivers at least as they work their way down the back straightaway for their first racing laps. Around the first couple of corners they go for the first time. Andrew Chaplin with a great jump from the start. Battle already out there at the moment, second, third, fourth, and fifth. Mistake there by Paul Rooks, under pressure now. Stephen Burgess looking for a way around on Paul Rooks as they make their way down the main straightaway. Andy Bishop making up a spot. Looking to make a way around anywhere out there. Under pressure from Rooks. Oh, mistake there, big stack going on. So Stephen Burgess getting out of shape through the chicane. That's going to allow Craig Hawkins on through now. Craig is going to start putting pressure on Rooksy. As your leader makes his way around turn 2 with clear track all around him. He's got daylight for days. So second and third, the battle on now. Rooksy under pressure. Rooksy getting it wrong at the end of the straight. So now we have Craig Hawkins up to the 2 spot. Craig having to bump his way all the way from the quarterfinal into the main final. He's now up to P2. See what he can do to close in on Shaps. Shaps is already out to about a 4.5 second lead over the rest of the field. Rooks with issues, both rear tyres getting body tuck in the moment. One side has popped out, thankfully, for Rooksy, but he's still got his right rear, and it's going to cause him dramas. You can see him hooking into the corners. Right rear tyres still tucked on in at the moment. Gap between first and second last time by 3.8. So your leader starts to work his way into traffic this time around. The gap 4.2. So Sharp spreads his lead out a little bit more. Keep it clean out there, please, drivers. Leader's coming on through. Leader coming on through now. Leader onto the back straightaway. Thank you. Oh, issues going on for Rooksy at the moment as he works his way into the chicane. He's dropping spots at the moment. Rooksy really struggling out there at the moment. He might need a helping hand. So right rear is still tucked in on Rooksy's car. Comes in for a pit stop. Try and get that body fixed up. Looks like it's good to go now. Back on track, away he goes. He's going to drop way down the order. Comes out behind. Shaps a lap down. So our leader making his way through traffic. Craig Hawkins in the 2. Also working his way into the traffic now as they work their way through chicane. Leader down the back straight. Andy Bishop now making his way up to P3. So around the left-hand side there. Andy Bishop up to P3, Stephen Burgess into P4 now. Those two work their way through the centre chicanes. We fall on board with Andy Bishop onto the back straightaway. Currently sitting in third as Shaft put the hot lap of the race down. Leaders are coming through here, guys. Plenty of room so leaders come through. Clarkey, that'll be second there. Second coming through, thank you. So third and fourth also going to be making their way through here, guys. Coming onto the back straightaway will be third and fourth. Craig Hawkins with a bit of breathing room out there at the moment. Four minutes down. We got 26 minutes left on the clock. Plenty of time left to run in this one. Your order: Shaps in 1, Craig Hawkins 2, Andy Bishop 3, Stephen Burgess 4, Chris Charlombers in the 5 spot, Bill in 6. Thank you, Clark. Car 10 at a second there, thank you. Closing in on 5 minutes down. Shaps now with a bit of clean track in front of him. Craig Hawkins now 7.5 seconds behind. Andy Bishop starting to close in on him. Car number 10, you all have third place on your tail. Andy Bishop now down to less than 2 seconds behind Craig Hawkins. Battle for second and third. Through chicane they go. Craig Hawkins down the back straight. Caution at the end of the back straight. Caution end of the back straight. All clear now. Rooksy having a rough start to this race. Caution onto the front straight. Oh, Steve gets collected in that one. Nowhere to go for Steve there. Got into it. So battle for second starting to shape up now. 1.8 seconds of gap last time by. Looks even closer now. Craig Hawkins starting to come under pressure from Andy Bishop. Your leader starts to work his way through traffic in the centre of the track. Matt Hogarth, that'll be leader. Oh, mistake there by Andrew Chaplin. Hits the pipe, gets away with one though. Gap last time between second and third down to 1.1 seconds. Under pressure is Craig Hawkins down the back straight away as we follow along with them. Into the keyhole they go. Craig Hawkins, Andy Bishop down the front straight away. Andy Bishop right under the rear wing now of Craig Hawkins, working their way around turn 2. Andy looking for a way around on Craig Hawkins as they work their way through the centre chicane. Craig looking around outside, so Andy shoved it right up the inside. Craig Hawkins gave him space. Realised he lost that position. He's going to have to try and fight it back from here. Through the keyhole they go. Andy down now in a P2. Round turn 1 into turn 2 as Shaps goes down the back straight. He's going to catch up on a heap of traffic shortly. Second and third working their way through the chicane. Stephen Burgess not far out of this one as well. Thank you very much. The battle's still on for second and third. Craig starting to fight that one back. Leaders coming through here, guys. Leaders coming into the chicane. Thank you very much. Round the short chute they go. On to the back straight away. And he got a little bit wide. Craig with a slightly better line onto the straight. Closes right on into him as they go through the keyhole. Down across the line this time around. The gap 0.5 of a second between second and third. Into the chicane once again they go. Andy over Craig Hawkins for second and third as your leader. Cruises around with a 10-second lead. Shaps is checked out, gone in this one. Car number 9, you'll have leaders on your tail very shortly. Stephen Burgess now working his way into this race. He did 20.3 last time by. Stephen Burgess is here to make his mark as well. Second, third, fourth, all going through chicane. Thank you very much. One more. Thank you. Through the keyhole they go. Second, third, fourth down onto the front straight away. Gaps this time by 1.4 back to Craig Hawkins. 1 second after that to Stephen Burgess. Working their way through chicane. Andy looking good out there at the moment. Craig trying to close back in him. Goes across the grass. Stephen Burgess now closes in on Craig. Battle on for third and fourth as they work their way through the keyhole. It's going to allow Andy Bishop to run away a little bit out there. Gap this time around out to almost 2 seconds between second and third as Stephen Burgess closes in on Craig Hawkins. They work their way through into the chicane. Third and fourth, right nose to tail now. Going into the short chute, onto the back straight away. Stephen Burgess looking quick out there at the moment. Goes up the inside. Craig Hawkins gives him breathing room. Down onto the front straight as well. So Craig Hawkins being very gentlemanly there, saw that the pass was done, giving him breathing room. We show a replay. Stephen Burgess sending it up the inside. Craig Hawkins giving him all the breathing room he needed. Leaders coming down onto the front straight. Thank you very much. So Andy Bishop now starting to break away from these guys. As I say that Stephen Burgess putting down hot lap of the heat, 20.236. On to the back straight away they go. Battle to watch at the moment. Careful there. That is one of the leaders. Thank you. So Hoggard and Tom, you will have leaders closing in on you shortly. So battle to watch at the moment between Andy Bishop and Stephen Burgess. Stephen starting to close back in now. Gap last time was 1.7 seconds. It's down to 0.9 of a second now. Stephen with a slight mistake there. Managed to catch it, didn't go into the barrier. Gets lucky out of that one. Gives Andy a little bit more breathing room. Thank you very much. The third place won't be too far behind. Tom Sickless, you will have second place on your tail. Hoggard, you'll have third place in your tail shortly. Caution on turn 2. Run a little bit wide. Run a little wide on turn 2. Run wide on turn 2. All clear now. All clear. Thank you very much, Tom. You'll have third place soon. Caution end of the back straight. Caution end of the back straight. Caution end of the back straight. Clear now. Clear now. Clear now. Oh, Bishop with a mistake there. Didn't see what happened. Still out, Stephen Burgess close right on in now though, so clear track in front of them from here. Andy Bishop can lay some laps down. Stephen Burgess right under the rear wing of Andy Bishop. Down the front straight away they go, second and third. Craig Hawkins not far behind as well. Slight mistake there from Stephen Burgess, getting out of shape. Cost him a little bit of time, so drops back a little bit from Andy Bishop as they work their way down the back straight. We are 11 minutes in, 19 minutes left on the clock. Andrew Chaplin coming around and put a lap on the field by the looks of it. He's looking dominant out there at the moment. He's got 15 seconds up on the rest of the field. So he works his way back into traffic. He's going to work his way up to P4 shortly. So our leader coming through the chicane. Thank you very much. Bishop and Burgess going around onto the front straight. Oh, Burgess with a mistake here. Craig Hawkins now back in the battle for third. Burgess gave him a bit of a hip and shoulder, made sure he knew he was still coming out in that 3 spot. So battle for third and fourth. Meanwhile, the leader looking to put a lap on the both of them. Side by side as they make their way to the keyhole. Thank you very much, Craig. Sharps gets on through on Craig Hawkins to put a lap down on him. Next one will be Stephen Burgess. Up to P3 from Sharps. Putting a lap on the entire field by looks at early in this one. We are 12 minutes down, 18 minutes left on the clock. Stephen Burgess holding on to P3. Craig Hawkins in tow. Thank you very much, Stephen. Craig now that little bit closer. 0.6 of a second as they hit the loop. Craig right under the rear wing, looked up the inside there, and Stephen got a little bit wide. Through the chicane they go. Round the teardrop and through the short chute towards the back straight. Andy Bishop starting to check out from these two, running away in P2. That battle to watch going down the front straight away, Stephen Burgess and Craig Hawkins. Round into turn 2, mistake there from both drivers. Oh, it works out better for Stephen Burgess, who originally went into the pipe. Craig Hawkins get caught up in it though. Lucky there for Craig Hawkins, both drivers going straight into the pipe. So 13 minutes down, we got 17 minutes left on the clock. Your running order, Andrew Chaplin in 1, Andy Bishop in 2. Stephen Burgess in 3, Craig Hawkins in 4, Chris Charolumbus in 5, Mike Davis in 6, Gavin Drew in 7, putting his hot lap in that time around. Bill in the 8 spot, Paul in 9, Tom in 10, Matthew in 11, and Jason rounding out your 12 car A main field. Sweet follow on board still with Stephen Burgess heading around turn 1 into turn 2. Leader just in front of him, but he's a lap down on the lead. Leader coming onto the back straight, plenty of room as he comes around, please guys. Plenty of room as he comes around. Leader coming into the keyhole. Thank you, Jason. He'll have third place coming on through shortly as well. Oh, big stack down in the center there. Caution in the center chicane. Caution center chicane. We'll need a marshal in the center. Matthew Hoggard going for a big roll in the center chicane there. Back on the track now. Away he goes. Car still in one piece. That's the main thing. We pick up with your leader. Going through the S's is Andrew Chaplin. Looking to put a lap on the entire field. Only one more car to go. He's got Andy Bishop right in front of him. Only driver he hasn't put a lap on out of the entire field. Andy Bishop goes around for a 21 flat. Shaps comes around for a 20.2. Caution turn 2, stay wide. Turn 2, stay wide. Turn 2, stay wide. Caution in the short chute as well. Caution turn 2, stay wide. Still there. Stay wide on turn 2, please. Stay wide on turn 2. All clear now, all clear. So Andrew Chaplin leading the way out there through the chicane. He goes. 15 minutes down, 15 minutes left on the clock. Caution in the chicane. That's all clear now. Caution chicane. Chicane clear now. Chicane clear now. Shaps leading the way. Almost a lap on the entire field. Only Andy Bishop hasn't put a lap down. As Andrew Chaplin puts down new hot lap of the heat. 20.127, almost cracking into the 19s. Borderline on the 19-second lap bracket. Will we see it get done as he closes in on Andy Bishop to put another driver, the only other driver to go lap down. Andy holding on in P2. He's got Stephen Burgess in 3, Craig Hawkins in 4, Chris Charlimbus in the 5, Bill in 6, Gavin 7, Mike in 8, Tom in 9, Paul in 10, Matthew in 11, and Jason Clark rounding out your field. So we got our leaders coming through the chicane here. Leaders coming through. Thank you. .13.5 minutes left on the clock. Still a long, long way to go. Shaps now with a lap on the entire field. Oh, careful coming in through the keyhole. Got leaders coming through. The C's part for the leaders. They make their way around. Tom, that's leader there. Second place right there as well. Thank you. So first and second coming through the chicane. Nose to stern. Andy Bishop a lap down, and he's just keeping pace now with your leader, Andrew Chaplin. Not too far behind is Stephen Burgess. Stephen pushing hard to close back in for a battle for second. Gap this time around, 3.8 seconds between second and third. Andy trying to unlap himself out there at the moment as Shaps cruising around in the lead. He's got a lap up on the entire field. He can just control the pace from here. Cross the front straight, there you go, over the loop. Thank you very much. Second there as well. Third to follow shortly. Tom, you'll have third place on your tail shortly. 12.5 minutes left on the clock, drivers. 12.5 on the clock. Running order, Andrew Chaplin, Andy Bishop and Stephen Burgess, your top 3. Craig Hawkins and Chris in 4 and 5. Andrew Chaplin borderline on the 19-second lap brackets, a 20.076 new hot lap of the race. Ever so close to a 19-second lap. Down the back straight away he goes. He's still pushing out there. He works his way around the keel. He's going to come up on a bit more traffic. Cross the line this time at 20.481. Leader coming through here. Thank you very much, Craig Hawkins. You will have leader on your tail shortly. Craig currently sitting in the 4 spot. A little bit out of shape there at the end of the chicane for Shaps. He's got plenty of room to move around. He's got a lap on the field out there. Car looking absolutely dialed in. He goes around for a 21 flat, still quicker than almost everyone else on track out there on a slower lap. Andy Bishop working his way around onto the back straightaway at the moment as we continue to follow along with your leader of Andrew Chaplin. Thank you, Craig. Shaps now in clean air. See what sort of lap time he can pull out from here. Caution at the end of the back straight. Caution end of the back straight. That's all clear now. All clear now. Shaps working his way around the keyhole. See what sort of lap time we have on hand. A 20.8 that time around. Through the first few corners into the chicane he goes, using the curbing. Beautiful line around the teardrop. So Andy Bishop works his way around behind him. Down the back straight away he goes. Perfect conditions out there. He works his way to the line, this time by a 20.381. Battle also going on down the order at the moment. Paul Rooks, Tom Sickless and Mike Davis, 7th, 8th and 9. Oh, wheel coming off out there. That will be Mike Davis having a wheel issue. Caution the sweeper, caution sweeper. Stay outside of the sweeper, outside sweeper, outside in the sweeper, please. Outside in the sweeper. All clear now, all clear now. $20 minutes down. We've got 10 minutes left on the clock. Andrew Chaplin taking the lead in this one early on. He hasn't looked back since. He's got over a lap on the whole field. Fastest lap to Andrew Chaplin, borderline a 19, 20.076. Ever so close to the magical 19-second lap bracket as he makes his way around for another lap at 20.7. Clear track in front of him. 9 minutes 15 left on the clock. Andy Bishop in 2. Stephen Burgess 3.5 seconds back in 3. Craig Hawkins a lap behind in the 4. Chris Jarrell Lambers in 5. Eight minutes 15 left on the clock, drivers. 8:15 left on the clock. About 30 minutes. Sedan main. Andrew Chaplin well and truly out in the lead. Clear track now for Andy Bishop in the 2 spot. Stephen Burgess, Craig Hawkins down the line. Stephen a lap up. $7:15 left on the clock, drivers. Your running order: Shaps in 1, Bishop in 2, Burgess in 3, Craig Hawkins 4, Chris Jarrell Lambers in the 5 spot, rounding out your top 5. Caution through chicane, caution through chicane. That's all clear now. Leader coming through onto the back straight, thank you. Andrew Chaplin leading the way, Bishop in 2, Stephen Burgess about 6 seconds behind in the 3 spot. Caution through chicane, caution in the chicane. Six and a half minutes left on the clock, drivers. 6.5 minutes left on the clock. Thank you, Marshall. Six minutes left on the clock, drivers. 6 minutes left to go. Andrew Chaplin in 1. He's got a massive lead. Bill looking like he might be out of this one. Andy Bishop in 2. Stephen in 3. Craig Hawkins 4. Chris Jarrell Lambers in 5. Your leader though, Shaps, looking dominant out there at the moment as he works his way down the back straight. Controlling his pace from here. Through the keyhole he goes onto the main straightaway. Down around into turn 1. Around turn 2 he goes. Got a whole heap of traffic ahead of him. Andy Bishop coming into clean air. Andrew Hoggard, you will have second on your tail somewhat shortly. Stephen Burgess that time around a slower lap. Still got plenty of room to breathe behind him. Craig Hawkins, the car behind, a lap down. 5 minutes left on the clock, drivers. 5 minutes left to go. Sharp's looking dominant out there at the moment. Down onto the front straightaway is your leader. Around turn 1 into turn 2. We'll have a bit of traffic here. Car number 8, you'll have leader on your tail. Thank you. Caution coming onto the front straight. All clear, all clear. So running order remains Chaplin, Bishop and Burgess, your top 3. Hot lap still out there with Shaps at 20.076. Carl will start to feel lighter and lighter on fuel out there as he works his way through traffic. Making his way around turn 1 into turn 2. Towards the chicane. Tom, you will have leader on your tail shortly. Andy Bishop working his way into the same traffic. Thank you, Tom. Around the final couple of corners with 3 minutes 45 on the clock as he hits the loop. A 20.5 for Shaps. He hasn't slowed down yet. Around turn 2. In the chicane he goes. Tom getting caught up there. Issues for Tom at the moment. Marshall bring it in. Shaps in 1, Bishop in 2, Burgess in 3. Everyone fairly evenly separated. Burgess about 13.5 seconds behind Bishop as they work their way around for another lap. Bishop down the front straight with a slower lap at 23.5. Around turn 2 into the chicane as we follow along. Still with Shaps making his way into the keyhole down the front straight away. That time around at 20.8. Still laying down the pressure. 3 minutes left on the clock. About to put another lap on Stephen Burgess in the 3 spot. Onto the back straightaway. 3 minutes left on the clock. Tom having fuel issues out there. Saying he's ran out of fuel, so will fuel come into it with this one? Sharp's been pushing hard from the get-go. Still looking strong out there, working his way through the chicane. He's put another lap on Stephen Burgess in the 3 spot, so he's 2 laps up on P3 now. He's got 30 seconds in front of Andy Bishop, so about a lap and a half on Bishop. 2 minutes 20 to go. Your leader works his way around the left-hand side. Andrew Chaplin looking dominant in this race, working his way through the chicane. Round the teardrop and on to the back straightaway goes your leader, looking for the blue and white machine. Into the keyhole they go. Onto the front straightaway. No battles to talk, just Shaps showing it how it's done. Around turn 2. Through the chicane once again with less than 2 minutes on the clock now. Under the 2 minute mark to go. Down the back straightaway goes your leader. Around the keyhole, onto the front straight. Andy Bishop into, very comfortably into as well. Stephen Burgess in the 3. He's got a lap up on P4. So top 3 looking fairly set out there. All they need to do is take it to the end. Caution the end of the straight. That's all clear, all clear. Car number 2, Rooksy, you will have leader on your tail. Slower that time around for Shaps. He starts to go into cruise control at 21.6. 1 minute 10 left on the clock, drivers. Thank you, Rooksy. Down the back straight goes your leader. .45 seconds left on the clock. .30 seconds left on the clock. Shaps looking to take this one with ease as he works his way around the teardrop. He'll get one more lap in. Into the keyhole he goes. For the final couple of times around, down the front straight with 15 seconds on the clock. This will be his final lap as Andy Bishop comes around for his final lap as well with 10 seconds on the clock. We'll follow your lead around. Andrew Chaplin looking to take this one in dominant form with 5 seconds left to go. It ticks on down. Andrew Chaplin, cross the line. You will be done. Big hail, FEMCA National Champion for Andrew Chaplin. Cross the line, drivers. You will be finished. Andy Bishop coming home in P2. Stephen Burgess running out on the final lap. So Stephen Burgess running out his fuel on his final lap around.
Drivers are finished.
Tank is dry for Stephen. That will be all cars done.
Andrew Chaplin. Oh boy. Yeah.
I'm going to do a donut on the grass because we won't do it on the bike.
Andrew Chaplin trying to do celebratory donuts in the grass. The 30-minute championship final, the FEMCA championship combined with the RCRA national titles. It was a pretty much runaway toe-to-toe victory for Shaps, who's struggling. Shaps, congratulations, mate. Come over this way. There's a big trophy with your name on it.
Oh, really?
The celebrations all around. Disappointment for Stephen Burgess. I'm not sure where he finished running at a fuel right at the end. Manages to hang on to third. There he is. The congratulations all around. Okay. There it is, the big trophy.
Well done, mate. Right.
All yours, Shaps. Congratulations. Come this way just a little bit. How's it feel to be FEMCA and national champion in large scale?
Yeah, this is actually, I think, this is my first national championship win, so mate, got to do those ones. Look, this definitely wouldn't have been possible without my dad, Paul Brooks. He loves me calling him Dad. He has given me the equipment to get the job done. It was really just, to be honest, that car was so easy to drive out there. I didn't get the shakes, nothing. It just did its job, and it does feel awesome actually.
At any point were you concerned about maybe the fuel economy? Because you just didn't back off, right? You hit the front and you're just punching on the lap times. I think 20-minute mark you're still setting PB laps. Did you just don't have that in your vocabulary, do you, to back off?
No, I said to the boys, I was pretty confident, and I said to them while we're in the pits, it's full send to the end, and then I chickened out about 5 minutes out and just rolled off. The car's still doing like quite quick lap times, even though just rolling throttle everywhere. So, yeah, I don't know, it was just easy to drive, and it was a lot of fun out there. Excellent courtesy out there as well from all the other drivers. And just briefly, I need to say hi to my wife, Jackie. I love you. Thanks so much for putting up with me. Here's another trophy that can go in the shed because it probably shouldn't go in the house.
Congratulations, job well done. Enjoy the celebrations tonight. And yeah, any other thank yous or shout outs before we go?
Look, just the whole Queensland crew as well. We've been setting up, we've set up the vans over in the corner, and we've spent the week here. Yeah, there's Paul Rooks, Mike Davies, Pete Snow, Mike Brady. Who else we got? Jason Clark. Oh, I feel like I've forgotten someone. But anyway, yeah, no. Just want to say thanks to those guys. It's been a hoot.
Enjoy the celebrations. You are FEMCA and national champion.
Yeah.
Don't forget that.